Hi everyone, it's Sherry. I'm just ducking on for a quick minute here before the excavation company comes in, which is Gray's Nursery and Landscape from here in Antigonish. They do all of our trees for us and very grateful for that. They have wonderful, wonderful products. So I highly encourage anybody who's local or even afar, if you're looking for some great trees, fruit trees, all sorts of trees, they're your go-to for sure. These lying on the ground are butterfly bushes, or bubblia, I think is the other name. And I think these ones are supposed to be purple blooms. So that will be exciting. They're going to go in a row. There's 7 of them, and they have like a 7-foot spread. So that will take up a good part of space. And you hear Darren down there whippersnipping. First mow of the new grass that was planted after the roots and everything were pulled out. You can really see the butterfly way gardens quite nicely now that the grass is gone, and it will take most of the summer for it to grow and blend in with color as the rest of the lawn. And so Gray's is actually delivering 3 new trees for us. 2 that is a chartreuse maple and a nice big elm tree. So if you look over there, we have some variegated maples, some red maple already that came from Gray's nursery, and those were planted up last year and they are looking fabulous. So I can't wait to get these ones in the ground. And then over here is where I've decided to land with the rose bushes that we had picked up. There is a butterfly bush in there too, which is a different variety than what's going to be going down the side of the driveway. There's a white bridal spirea, and in the back there is a smoke tree. And I believe we're going to create a bed that's semicircle around this white birch and land these little folks right up here. So that will be fun. I will be sure to come back and let you have a peek when it's all planted in. What you're seeing in the background are the garlic. The dahlias have actually grown a lot since we spoke last or videoed last. So garlic doing good. And I actually popped in some celery amongst the garlic. But the dahlias put on a lot of growth, so I'm just waiting for them to throw some nice blooms. Can't wait for that. And the urn with the petunias and this little bocuppa, I believe it is doing really well. And then the asparagus over here is all ferning up and just doing its thing. There's some tomato plants in here that were extra, some pepper plants in here that were extra for me. So things are looking really nice. And around the house, well, everything is just doing fabulous. I will be sure to take you up close more once the lilies start to bloom. But maybe, we start and then I see something that's just so gorgeous. Look at this dianthus. It is spectacular. There is not a spare spot on this plant at all. It's all just fabulous bloom. There's another one over here that's a little bit different. It's got more of a white border, but smaller. And like I said, last year I planted these as annuals, but here they are and I will take them. And then we have one here that's a pinker, and then like a few sporadic ones back there. What else is really popping up here that you haven't seen? The wedgelias on this side is just about spent, but they still have a lot of blooms. Foxglove is starting to throw its spikes and are blooming up very nicely. There's one that's down on this end that's a little bit better. Let's see. right there. So is that not just gorgeous? They are just such gorgeous, gorgeous plants. And I love their blooms. There are butterflies galore flying around this property, and desperately trying to get a picture of them, but they don't sit still long enough for me to do that. We have some buds forming up here on the hollyhocks. The yarrow starting to form some heads, and I was sending pictures of the peonies that just were spectacular. So our one stem peony is spent. There's a few blooms just hanging on, but most of them are blowing off now of this one. But we still have some left on this plant that's due to open soon. The lilies are just all budded up and they can't wait. And look at this. This is the hydrangea tree, and I'm telling you, it is going to be spectacular this year, as there are so many blossoms getting ready to bloom. And the baskets are really filling out. I don't know if you can see them up there, but they've doubled in size since the last time we talked. Anyhow, that's kind of a short little update, and stay tuned. I will certainly post something after the planting is complete.